to use marijuana is through a marijuana pipe, right here. So if you ever see one of these, it's not for smoking tobacco, it's for smoking marijuana. All right?
What I don't get is how do people learn how to grow this stuff?
Basically, older brothers and sisters, older cousins. Marijuana is the easiest drug because it can grow during our warm season, and it would only take about 6 months to grow. So that's why it's such an easy drug to get a hold of in the United States. All these other drugs, they have to be grown in warm tropical climates, and then they have to be imported illegally. That's why they're more expensive and more hard to get. That's why marijuana is the most commonly used drug. Has anyone here, you guys might be too young, but have you ever heard of ecstasy? No? It's on some movies, like I think it's on Bad Boys 2. You guys have watched that movie? Okay. Well, this is what, yeah, it's a pill. It's one form of a drug. Now, these drugs will not look like your regular pharmaceutical drugs or over-the-counter drugs you get from the doctors. It'll have stamps on them. This one has like a star on it. Some of them will have smiley faces on them. Now, if you see these drugs, you're going to know that they're not, from the doctor, because they, what doctor's going to put a smiley face on a pill, But the problem with this drug, if you overdose, which you don't know what your overdose level is, what this is going to do is it's going to cause your body temperature to skyrocket. And basically, what it will do is put you into a cardiac arrest. Your heart will shut down, and it just makes your blood temperature go above what it is.
How do they do them?
Ecstasy? It is a chemically made drug. It's all these other drugs, you could consider them to be grown from the earth out of plants, but these ecstasy is used from a bunch of different chemicals mixed together, and then they're stamped into hard pills. Heroin, cocaine, crack, those are all derived from plants from South America, but ecstasy are drugs that are actually made. They're made in the United States. They don't have to be illegally imported. Now, have any of you guys heard of Oxycontin or Percocets? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I heard that in this area, a lot of high schoolers have been trying to use Oxycontin and Percocets. Now, what these are, they are pharmaceutical drugs, legal drugs prescribed by doctors. They are drugs that you have to go to the doctor to get. The purpose of these drugs are they're pain drugs. If you're in a lot of pain, kind of like Tylenol, but times 100. Real powerful things. Now, Percocets and Oxycontin, they're the same thing. They have a different name, but they have the same drug in them. Okay? And then this is an example. See how they look like just normal drugs, maybe like vitamins even? Well, these are Percocets. And if you take too much Percocets, your overdose level, which could be, who knows, a small amount, will kill you. It will put you into a cardiac arrest. And there's even cases known where people will fall into a coma because they've taken too much of this pain medication. So take a good look at these, because you might see these around. Just make sure you stay away from these. Okay.
Are those pills crushed and snorted? Or
No.
they just take those pills you just mentioned?
Oh, no. Percocets and Oxycontin, they can be snorted through the nostril, but the problem with anything that you snort through your nostril is going to affect your lungs a lot worse. What they'll do is, I had a photograph, I forgot it in the truck. It'll eat holes in your lungs because you're inhaling into it. You're literally inhaling poisons into your lungs. Did that answer your question? Yes. This is Oxycontin. It's just basically a bottle and some more pills, just to show you guys what these drugs look like. So, now, those are all the drugs that I'm going to talk about today. The other ones are a little more for high schoolers. But does anyone have any questions about the photographs or anything like that? No?
No questions?
What?
No questions?
No? Okay. I'll just wait for those photographs to be answered.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Appreciate the information. How many of you are involved in the school's drug testing policy? Okay, several of you. We do drug test our athletes here, and band members, right? Is that correct? And cheerleaders also? And it's a random type thing. But some of these drugs would definitely be some of the drugs that they do screen for. Marijuana, Oxycontin, I know for a fact.
Yeah, I heard that's a big problem down there for high schoolers. All right, well, thanks for giving me some time, and I hope that you guys choose not to use any of these drugs. I hope this information is something that you guys can use. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.